What is service learning?
Why do I want to do service learning?
What is service learning?
Why I chose service learning?
Why do I think learning is important?
The reason I chose service learning is because I want to see what truly affects the community and also see what kind of impact I can have on the community by what I learn in class and also just what I know from learning about different languages and cultures and just apply that in a real world situation.
By first educating myself on the cultures and issues of the people I seek to serve, my efforts can have the maximum impact.
I want to do service learning to help others and grow as a person.
Service learning is taking an experience such as volunteering or helping others to learn more about their culture, about the world, and about how you can help them and how they can help you.
Previously, through my church, I have been on mission trips and done community service projects and volunteering projects. They're all something I really enjoy doing. Being able to be a part of making change is something that makes me really feel good. This is what led me to service learning. Throughout the past few weeks, I've learned the meaning of service learning, and it has only made me more excited for this opportunity. I think the learning aspect will allow me to be more effective through service.
For me, service learning is an opportunity to experience through learning first before going to help a community. I think this is an awesome advantage of going to a big university like Ohio State. There are many people that are here that are willing to help you and that can help you fully engage yourself in the process. Okay, so what interested you to get involved in service learning?
So for me, I've always volunteered since middle school and high school, and when I came to college, I really wanted a way to, engage with the community and still give back, even through school. And so service learning is a chance to be in an academic setting, but also use what you're learning and be able to go out in the community and give back. So for me, it was really just a chance to continue serving.
Okay, why do you think that it's beneficial for people to be involved in service learning?
So I think after doing service learning, what I think is the most beneficial thing is, so when you're learning things in class, I think sometimes, it just seems like these big theories and concepts, and we don't always understand how it connects to the real world, how what we're learning really is going to help us. And service learning gives you the chance to take these concepts and lessons that you're learning in these theories, and it gives you the chance to really implement them in the field and see how they work and see how you kind of tailor them to each person. So I think it's just really beneficial because it enhances the educational experience by throwing you out in the real world to apply them. I also think not only does it build on your education, but I think it builds on your personal skills and your personal growth, especially as a leader. So when you're able to take your education and bring it out and connect those two, be able to connect service and what you're learning together, you're really able to transform the ways in which you think and learn. And then lastly, I think it's beneficial because you're giving back and engaging with the community. I think sometimes as college students, we're in this bubble and society kind of sees us as these young professionals who aren't really able to contribute yet. But I think it allows the community to engage with us and see our talents and our skills and the ways in which we can actually contribute to them while we're students.
Okay, do you think that it's more beneficial for students to experience this, whereas adults might not get the same thing out of it, or is it just a different experience in general?
I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing for any age group to get it. I think there's something special about being in an academic setting, whether that's a non-traditional student who's 60 or 40 or a parent who's coming back to school, or it's a younger student who's in their 20s or 19. So whatever age you are, I think there's something unique to being in an academic setting and engaging in this service aspect along with the class.
So the learning aspect is something that makes your service a better experience overall.
Yeah, so I think I think service in general is important, but I think the opportunity is unique in that it almost allows you to process what you're doing. So sometimes in the service field, you're just going in what you're doing. You don't necessarily take a step back and really reflect on what it is that's informing the ways in which you serve and what it is that you're getting an impact out of or how you're impacting people. And I think in the educational setting, it allows for those conversations to happen, for you to look at what are the strengths of what you're doing in service, what are the weaknesses, what's working, what's not, and it just really allows, I think, for a more effective way to serve. Makes sense.
Through service learning, I hope to broaden my horizon and learn more about other cultures and about the world.
By participating in a service learning project, I think it'll open my eyes a lot to other cultures and make me appreciate what I really have here.
Through service learning, I want to not only help others, but find out how they can help me.
What I want from the service learning experience is to use what I've learned to help someone who doesn't have the means to do it for themselves.
Service learning will help me define my identity through challenging myself to always look deeper, strengthening my problem-solving skills, and encouraging me to explore my mission in life through experiential and classroom learning.
So what did you learn overall from your service learning experience?
I think through the few years in undergrad that I was doing service learning, and as I continue to do it, I think something really cool for students to hear is it's really showed me that no matter what age you are, and often as young people we're doubted, that we really can make a difference, and in a setting where we're kind of coached into it, it allows us to really understand before going in how to really properly serve and work with the community. So I don't know, I think it just shows that no matter what age you are, no matter who you are, no matter what your background is, when you take the time to learn about something and you have the passion to engage in service, then you really can contribute, even if it's in small steps. And slowly, the more you're engaged with service learning, the more you learn. And so I guess you can impact in bigger ways. And so eventually, you can make a huge change. And it just started with those small steps at maybe 19 or 20.
Is that what interested you in creating your foundation?
Yeah, so I think through service, I slowly solidified what my passions were, and that's another cool thing is as you serve, you start to see what you enjoy and what you don't. And so for me, when I figured out that I love working internationally with youth and women, based on each experience, I kept learning improved ways for how I could serve, and so ultimately the foundation kind of became the basis for, I guess, the ways in which I wanted to make a difference that I felt were really engaging the community, partnering with the community, and doing more sustainable service.
Okay, do you think that it helped you grow as a person, not only experiencing service learning, but actually fully engaging yourself to the point that you now lead others to do what you did?
Yeah, I sometimes try and think back at myself in 2011 before I really got involved in service learning abroad, and sometimes I laugh at who I was my freshman year, and I just think, yeah, it's been immense growth. It's individual growth, and it's really allowed me to grow as a leader. I think when not only I served as on my own, but then when I'm taking groups, it taught me things about being a leader and teamwork, and also how to really value the opinion of the community you're working with and how to look at them as experts. So yeah, I've completely transformed in a positive way because of it.
Thank you so much for
You're
being
welcome.
here with us.
Thanks for having me.
Service learning.
Service learning.
Service learning.
Service learning.
Service learning.
Service learning.